Now let's go to Raw. Did you see Raw?
Yes,
right.
But it lost me in some spots. I changed the channel and would change back.
All right, let me see.
The first thing with Rollins and what's his name, but I'm not a fan of guys having a match that long and it's not a title match or nothing. Like, what were they fighting for?
Let me get to this real quick so I can remember. Oh, that's when he came out. Here's another thing I didn't understand. I like when the commentator, because remember Aleister Black interfered?
Mm-hmm.
I like when the commentator goes, and I'm thinking to myself, I watch the show every week. When did this happen? He goes, Aleister Black's in there defending Rey Mysterio, who's his mentor. I was like, what? I don't even think they've tagged together. And now he's his mentor? That's the excuse? Yes. And then the shit that he was saying makes no sense. I sacrificed Rey Mysterio for the greater good of the company. What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I don't like those promos where the guys are coming out with their hands together, and so that's kind of weird to me. Yeah.
That doesn't bother me, but what does bother me is like, so you beat up Rey Mysterio because you sacrifice him for the greater good of the company. What the fuck does that even mean, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did you see the thing with Lana and MVP in the back?
Yes.
All right. So MVP, like in these backstage vignettes, his acting is really good.
Right.
And it's like when he talks more, the vignettes are better.
Right.
They've got him ever since he started. They've got like the last couple.
He's a
weeks.
good talker, bro. He
hardly says two words in these, though. It's very simple, nothing where he can nothing where he can really put a lot of emphasis on. You know?
And Lana looks kind of weird, like she's over bronzed.
Yeah,
she's got a weird look to her now.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what's going on there. Let me see, Owens and Cruz. I'm not into them.
Well, they did the old school thing where they wrestled for 10 minutes, and then Andrade and Garza interfered, and then it turns into another tag, and I'm like, I'm just whatever, you know.
Yeah, that was a short match too. Then they had again the Street Profits versus these guys.
Before that, they had Asuka backstage acting like an idiot again. You know,
right?
Yeah, I'm just not. So, but there's a lot of fans of that. I do not get it.
Right.
You know?
No, they absolutely love her, bro, because she actually, if you remember, she came out during a match where Nia Jax fucked up another girl when she threw the girl into the fucking stairs. Very reckless after the buckle bomb shit. And so she walks into the ring. She looks like a little person, visually, weight-wise, height-wise, next to this behemoth. And she rolls out of the ring like she's somehow intimidated by her. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
You know? And then they also showed in the back spazzing out when she was like, that's like a thing, I guess, in every show. Show Asuka spazzing out at the commentator booth, right, or when she's watching one of her Japanese friends wrestle, or Natalie. And she's just back to, you know, it's like, all right, dude. Okay, but let's get to this is, to me, done no favors for anybody. So they've played golf, they've axe thrown, they've played basketball. I like
Can we point out, bro? All of these are vignettes that Mr. Perfect did, with the exception of the axe throwing. The Mr. Perfect vignettes were like 1 to 2 minutes long, and it gets over the fact that the guy is like great at everything. Everything they've done with these guys and these vignettes, competing on these things, should show that they're not even athletes.
Right.
It's like they're booking them to be like just people that don't even know how to like everything they're doing. They're showing that they kind of like one of the two teams stinks at it.
Right. Yeah, and like you said, Mr. Perfect was perfect because they'd go into a bowling alley. He'd throw a 300 game. He'd go into the bathroom.
He'd be throwing strikes.
Yeah, they'd show him, not just the ball when it's rolling to the pins. They'd show him from start to finish bowling. I don't know how many takes they had to make because, you know, but
you can probably run it over and over again.
but you know what I'm because I was looking to see how the pins fell. Yeah. And they were falling differently, you know. Right. So but anyways, so these guys come up. There's always one team that has no clue how to play this sport, and then one team that does know how to play it for some reason. I like how the brothers knew how to play basketball. I'm not going to say that's racist at all, but they knew how to play basketball. The other guys didn't, right? But somehow these Vikings knew how to bowl, but the black guys didn't know how to bowl. Okay. And they bowled so good. They were bowling backwards. They were throwing it over their head. There's a part in the thing where the lady comes out again. It's like a running joke that's not funny, where she goes, "Oh yeah, you're the cute one," to the guy with the long beard, when the girl weighs almost as much as him. So I don't know if that's much of a compliment. And then somehow, some way, in a bowling alley, they're serving goat's milk. Come on, dude. And they give it to the brothers and they spit it out. At the old school, where the bowling ball falls on your foot. Like, they've got every lazy joke. And then instead of making it funny, because it's actually funny because you've seen it so many times, they find a way to make it unfunny. This, to me, has been brutal. Brutal. Okay?
I can't argue that. But the funniest thing is, coming out of that, they showed Nikki Cross and the girls were in the back, and they're having like a sissy slap fight with each other. Did you see that?
Yes.
They were arguing. They were like, and I'm like, that's when I tweeted. I go, Raw just went off the rails for me. And I changed the channel, so I missed like the next.
All right. So what the next match was one of the Iconics. I think the one with the black hair.
Billy Kay against Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross.
Billy Kay.
Not a great match, but bro, to me, these girls are stars. They're entertaining. I like their pose. I like how she talks shit in the ring. She's very animated. Big fan of these girls. The other girl, what's her name? Cross. She looks like she doesn't have the best hygiene for a female I've ever seen.
But a lot of people like her for some reason. I think,
because she's a nerd like them, bro, and she dresses like them. She underdresses. She's not really showing any. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, is there anything wrong with a woman being sexy? What did you think of the Rey Mysterio and Dominic interview?
I felt bad for them.
Yeah.
They gave lines that they were both very uncomfortable delivering.
Yeah. Damn you, Seth Rollins. Who talks like that? Damn you, Seth Rollins. Who talks like that? Okay. Then, of course, for those of you that don't know, when I say that Nia Jax, we have a running joke here where if you look at it, Nia Jax looks when she's coming down the ramp like the postman is ringing her doorbell and she's all right, who is she's getting up and rolls out of bed to go to the door. There's no energy, how Trump calls this guy Sleepy Joe. She's I'm not a fan of Nia Jax, bro, and I wasn't a fan of her. I just thought that
did you hear what happened in this match?
I saw the match.
No, but so it was taped the week before,
right?
And Kairi Singh got hurt,
right? Yeah, when she threw into the stairs head first, like hard, right? Yeah, she didn't let her take her own bump, and I've said this a million times. She's very clumsy and reckless, and somebody's got to stop it, bro.
This is the second time that girl's been hurt with her.
Yeah, wasn't there a complaint about Nia's promo where she did like an imitation of Asuka and the other girl and like squinted her eyes and shit? You guys didn't see the controversy about this?
No.
When was this?
On Monday.
No, I saw when she came out with the face paint at the end. She had Asuka's face paint on. I don't know if she did it there.
Let me see if I can get it for you, but go ahead.
But so anyways, what I didn't like and I don't understand, and this is what I would have done. Tell me if you're with me, Disco. Mm-hmm. After the match, this humongous female and this other one just is standing in front of her. I would have clotheslined the shit out of Asuka and power bombed her and left her laying. She rolled out of the ring.
Yeah.
Why?
I do not know. This is very very bizarre.
And then Asuka still comes out to have a match with Charlotte, which I thought was good. Did you like that match or no?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I like Charlotte's
great. Yet. Charlotte's fucking great. There's she's on a whole nother level, bro.
Yep.
And her promo was actually better. And Randy Orton cut a real good promo. Did you see that one?
I missed it because these guys are cutting. I want to see them do more stuff for this.
Oh, you'll like this one. Randy basically says, hey, all these people out there, you say that I got everything handed to me. I think he's talking to Edge. Yeah, you had the catch and scrawl. All I had to do is put on my boots, and I was in WWE because I'm Randy Orton. I didn't have to claw like you did. Here's the best part of all, which is really going to love you. And I got to where I am half-assing it, doing less than, the thing that's always been like that they've always accused Randy of, what I'm saying? He owned it. He said, and half the time that I've been here, I've phoned it in, I've half-assed it, and I still beat your ass. Imagine now when I really decide put my and you are absolutely right. You brought this up, and you're right. The greatest wrestling match in the world is definitely a troll to Meltzer.
100%.
Yes,
but the fact that they bought it,
for me.
The fact that they bought it,
yeah,
and are arguing about how there's no way it can be 4 if it's 4-star. That they're actually bought into the conversation. They're just trolling them. It's hysterical.
Here's a big mistake they made. Big mistake to me. So have McIntyre versus MVP, which it almost seems like they've wrestled 3 weeks in a row with the same fucking result. It's like, dude,
they get a lot of mileage.
Yeah.
Out of all these angles, like if they're Selena's group is wrestling, like they'll have every combination of matches you can have with just like they get a lot of mileage at them. But bro, they do most of this stuff in the ring, and it's like they don't do a lot of like storytelling and stuff.
I'll tell you what was good. Did you see the backstage interview between Selena, Angel Garza, and Charlie Caruso?
I missed it. What happened?
Oh, that was great. Well, you've seen that every show. Angel is always kind of hitting up on Charlie, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, she was kind of like mad about the attack or something like that when they attacked the guys in the ring. And he goes, well, everything's fair in love and war, and he's telling her love, right? And he's throwing all these he's still like in the promo, he's still kind of hitting on her. And at the very end, he gives her a flower and she's very flustered. And Zelina rips all the petals and gives it back to her like she's all pissed off. But that was very well done. And so at the end, I don't know if a match went long or something went wrong on the timing cue, because at the very end, he hits him with the Claymore kick. He hits MVP with the Claymore kick, and immediately Lashley comes in and he puts him in the full Nelson, which I guess is his finishing hold now, or I don't know. And the minute he's got it in, he's not even ragdolling him yet or doing anything to him. They go off the air. It was very, very, very quick. You weren't able to really sink in the motion they wanted. So somebody went over on time, or you know what I'm saying? There was a timing issue there. I doubt that's what they wanted.
Yeah.
But coming out of this, I'm not a big fan. Do they have a big pay-per-view or anything coming up, Joe? Or are we doing
not this Sunday, but the following Sunday?
Yeah, I'm not really interested. Let me see if there's is there anything you're interested in seeing that you saw off this show, Glenn?
No, you want to get a couple comments from Jason Powell?
Go ahead.
Powell's POV on the Randy Orton promo was right. Where is this? I just had it right here. Where did it go? Another good promo. Orton admitting to half-assing it and being complacent works on a couple of levels as to fire up a lot of his online detractors.
That's good stuff.
It's true. The Kerry Sane crash face first in the ring steps. I don't know if Jax is to blame, but it's time to stop booking these two against one another. That's true. That looks disturbing to watch. Like that, they're putting that little girl in there against Nia Jax.
She hasn't just heard her; she's heard other people and been very clumsy. I told you the other day she took Natalie and just fucking threw her. I think it was last week. Yeah. Bro, it was very dangerous. She's very reckless. She wasn't properly trained, I think.
Powell's POV of the main event. It's thought they went off the air before McIntyre could really sell the full film. This is Jason Powell of ProWrestling.net, by the way, that does he does his review on ProWrestling.net. We'll plug it. After all, this is a tape show, so it's not as if it was live and they were running long. Lana's involvement at ringside.
Wow, that's a good point. So why did that happen?
I don't know. Lana's involvement at ringside turned out to be forgettable, but I assume there's a longer story that is still playing out. I can't say that watching McIntyre beat up MVP again does anything for me at this point, and that's a shame because it should mean something when McIntyre gets his hands on MVP, but they've already run it into the ground.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Overall, the show was loaded with 3 strong matches. The silly 24/7.
What matches does he say?
I'm sure the Seth, Asuka, and the MVP match. Overall, the show is loaded with 3 strong matches. The silly 24/7 and bowling contest didn't do anything for me, but it turned out to be a quality addition. I assume the show will take a beating in the ratings tomorrow because of world events. It did, but everybody's watching. That's
right. The 24/7. They had the thing with Gronkowski, which is stupid too.
Yeah, because they made him look like an idiot. Like you couldn't tell. Like everybody in the mother knew that.
Right.
There was zero.
What's that guy doing here? Yeah, come on, dude. You don't know. Yeah, right.
But only time will tell. Thanks for watching.
Okay, they got rid of Gronkowski.
Yeah, so that was
he left or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when the guy says it, he goes, "Hey, you're a Buccaneer now," you know. Okay, so that is Raw for that is our take on Raw.
Do you want to see this Nia Jax thing? Did Powell mention it? Did Powell mention it, Disco?
What?
Who?
Did Powell mention the Nia Jax promo? Because I know people were mentioning on Twitter. Maybe it wasn't as big a deal as I thought it was.
Let me see here.
I saw people complaining and whatnot. So
when did she cut her promo?
Before her match, I guess, or after?
Well, do you have it there? Do you have the video?
Yeah, I have it. Yeah.
Show it.
Maybe it's already forgotten.
Yeah. This happened 2 days ago. How's it forgotten?
Here's what he says.
Wait.
You have it? Go ahead.
Wait, let's see this and then go ahead.
Don't believe the hype. They aren't what they say they are. The besties and the bright colors and Japanese. It's all smoke and mirrors.
That's what she was getting heat over?
Yeah, because she squinted her eyes and she
squinted her eyes. Yeah. I didn't really run that again. I definitely did not notice her squinting her eyes. Don't believe the hype. They aren't what they say they are. The besties and the bright colors and Japanese. No, I'm not buying that. It's like, if you're squinting your eyes, you're making fun of a Japanese person. You're doing this. You go like, you're like that. Yeah. That's offensive. You're literally going like this, going here's
the thing, bro. She's almost like, when somebody has heat in the business, or Cornette or whoever it is, and now any fucking thing that they do, people just fucking brutalize it. That's what she's in right now.
Yeah,
anything she does, anybody she hurts, anything that can be misconstrued as race, whatever, she's gonna get heat because people don't like her now. And I mean, bro, my whole thing is you've got to take care of the talent.
Yeah.
Unless it's moving to, then you can do whatever you want, according to him.